and welcome to another tier list video. And I am changing things up a bit, as before I did a character tier list and then a ship list, but I am actually really liking ranking what I ship, as I want you guys to keep guessing as to what my all-time favorite ships are in many of my fandoms, and in some of them, if I'm really excited about it, I will tell you guys, but I want most of you all to guess. So this is another fandom that I got really into. I'm not so much as into it anymore as I used to be, as it got really crazy, but I am still a big fan of a lot of these ships. It's Miraculous Ladybug. I'm sure a ton of you are familiar with it. And so, just like last time, there is a tier labeled illegal because there are a lot, surprisingly, some illegal ships in this kids show. I don't know where they come from, and I don't really want to know, but I do not want to go down a rabbit hole. So, first off, we are going to start with the love square. I love the love square, even though it can be so entirely frustrating at times. I love Meerkat, I love Lady Noir, I love Adrianette, and I love Ladrian. I know some people do have their preferences, and I definitely do at some points. Like, for example, I wish Adrianette was more, it seems kind of one-sided at times, and Adrian is seen as kind of oblivious to Marinette's obvious crush on him, and Marinette gets criticized for being kind of a stalker, which I agree to on some level, but they're just so adorable, and I just can't help but love them. And I love Meerkat because of the fact that they see their true selves. They don't actually, see the more perfect version of themselves, which is kind of where Lady Noir and Ladrian kind of fall flat for me. Alright, so next up we have a lot of ships that I just love. Ivan and Maylen, yes, so cute. Alright, sorry, these are not exactly labeled in a good way, but I'm doing my best. Alright, Rose and Julica, yes. Mark and Nathaniel, yes. Let's move these up here, actually, because I am a sucker for ships like the Alia and Nino, yes. They're all so good ships. Alright, so next up we have Luca and Zoe. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think these two have actually interacted on screen before. But you know what? I love Luca, and I think the two of them are actually pretty good. I mean, I don't know if they would like each other. Luca is a little bit older than Zoe is, but I think maybe it could work. So, I'll say I like it. Alright, and then next up we got the other parts of the love square. If I can read that. We have Luca and Marinette. Now, I will say this, I love Luca, and even though his scenes with Marinette are very cute, I really like it, but I will always be an Adrianette shipper. I am loyal to Adrianette. And then, so next up, we're going to talk about Kagami and Adrian. And they definitely have their moments, but I'm not a big Adrigami shipper, nor am I a big fan of shipping Kagami with Marinette, that's why I picked that picture. Specifically due to the fact that I think the three of them honestly just work better as just a trio. Kagami really seems to like Adrian, but she likes the idea of him, it seems like. And while they do date briefly, she lies a lot to spend time with him, and while that is because she just wants to be with him, it throws me off a little bit the wrong way that she kind of just goes for the kiss. Like, she didn't even wait to see if he was okay with it. She's just like, okay, let's kiss. And he did try to stop her, but she still went for it. So, even though I had some nice moments, I'm going to respect it, but I don't ship it. Alright, so next up we have Zoe and Marinette. I really liked Zoe, and I was really surprised to see that she had a crush on Marinette. And I love me some lesbian ships, but they definitely just seem like best friends. But I definitely think if Adrian wasn't around, maybe the two would get together, but I kind of doubt it. Marinette really seems to like the boy. She's shown no interest in girls, so I'm going to say I respect it, but I don't ship it. Although if things were differently and she was lesbian, I do think it's possible she would be with Zoe, because the two of them are really close. Next up we have Chloe and Sabrina. Now, I am not a fan of shipping anyone with Chloe. She is a complete brat. Even though she's had some good development, I still feel no sympathy for her. She is such a bully, such a brat, and the only person I hate more than her is Gabriel and Lila. And as for Sabrina and Chloe, I see it. They're close friends, but I don't like it. Sabrina deserves better. No one deserves to put up with Chloe's brattiness. I don't think anyone could do it. That's exactly why I also don't ship her with Luca, because Luca is such a nice character. I don't even know where the Luca and Chloe ship came from. I think it was maybe just in that one scene in the finale where Chloe goes, "Oh, he's cute," but it doesn't mean she likes him. Doesn't mean he likes her either, because all the torment that she's put Marinette through, there is no way that Luca, being the amazing character that he is, would ever like Chloe at all. So yeah, I do not like that ship. I don't even know why it's a thing. Alright, next up we have Lila and Chloe. Two of my least favorite characters. I hate it. Doesn't even want to go in the tier. I hate it. I hate both characters. The relationship would clearly be Lila just using Chloe. And as much as I hate Chloe, I hate Lila even more. And I definitely think any relationship should be him. Wouldn't be because she likes the person. The only person she even seems to really like at all is Adrian. And that's probably not just because she actually likes him. She just thinks he's cute and wants to use him for her own personal benefits. Lila gives me off the vibes of that she doesn't care about anyone. She just wants to use them for her benefit. So I do not ship Lila with Chloe. I also do not ship Chloe with Adrian. As you saw in the picture, they are done. Chloe's just completely obsessed with him, and while I do respect the fact that he gave her multiple chances, he's just too nice to her. She's done so much, and he's been so patient with her, and I respect his loyalty, but she's done so much that I honestly wish he had cut ties with her sooner. And there is no way that I am ever shipping Lila with Adrian. I don't even know what to ship. I know a lot of people don't like Marinette, but you know what? For all those Marinette haters out there, she may be a stalker, but at least she's not a liar and she doesn't get people thrown out of the school. Lila has conned people into thinking that she's their daughter, and she could literally be a grown woman for all we know. So yeah, I don't care what anyone says about Marinette. Lila is the worst character in the whole series, and she deserves to go in the trash. Alright, next up we have Plague and Tiki. I know it's been confirmed that by Thomas Ashbeck that they can't actually fall in love, but you know what? I really like Plague and Tiki. It definitely seems like Plague got a little bit of a crush on her, and similar to the Lady Noir dynamic, she just doesn't put up with it. But you know what? It's so cute, and I honestly I've seen a few fanfics where they're actually human and they're married, and you know what? I love that, and I like to imagine each Kwame was once a different being. What if Plague and Tiki were human before they were Kwames and they were together? I can definitely see that being the case. And every holder they've had has fallen in love. So yeah, I say go for it. So next up we have Luca and Kagami. I know the two haven't really interacted on screen much, but you know what? They both got rejected by Adrian and Marinette. Wanted to put them together. I actually think it would be pretty cool. I don't know if they've had much chemistry as of right now. A YouTuber I like to watch pointed out that they don't really seem to have that much of a connection yet, but I think it's because we haven't seen them on screen together. And I think, honestly, watch me totally be wrong, because Kagami's kind of with Felix now. Spoilers for Season 5. But I definitely think that if things were to go differently, and they were to meet, Luke is obviously not in Paris anymore, I think the two of them, if they're not a couple, they would at least be good friends. So, yeah, there's that. Alright, next up we have, speaking of Kagami and Felix, we have Kagami and Felix. It was a surprise turn of events for me. When we first saw Felix, I was honestly expecting him to be like the male version of Lila and just become a villain. I mean, he has the Peacock Miraculous. He's probably going to be the next Myura. But, Season 5 kind of did him in a way where I did feel sorry for him. But I also know he's not really a hero. He's kind of an anti-hero. I think some of the few we've had in the show. And it is really sweet that he does decide to become better because of his love for Kagami. And they definitely seem to have a genuine relationship. But I have a hard time getting over the fact that he kind of kidnapped her. That's not really love, that's obsession. So I respect it, but I don't know if I ship it. I honestly don't have much of an opinion on it. So that is something I definitely would think about. Alright, next up we have Lila and Felix. Now, I'll be honest with you, if I had done this video years ago, And you had me ship these two. I would have put it and I liked it because they were both some of the hated characters, and I believe they would be the perfect evil duo. But now that I feel like it's kind of changed, I actually don't like this ship anymore. I would still probably use it later down the line, but like I said with Lila, even if she did like Felix because of how much he resembles Adrian, I think the whole relationship would just be them using each other. Like, Felix is so smart, and I don't know if he's smarter than Lila. That's open to interpretation. That's a whole other debate. I think the whole relationship would just be them trying to get blackmail on each other. I think Lila would figure out that he's the new Mayora, and Felix would figure out that she's the next Hawkmoth. And imagine how that would go down. That would actually be pretty cool. So that's that. And even though they're both kind of mean, I don't think it would actually be a relationship. It'd just be a relationship of, oh, let's see who can blackmail the fastest. All right, next up we have Luca and Adrian. My two favorite characters in the whole series. Now, I'm probably gonna make a lot of people mad by saying this, but I respect Luca and Adrian, but I don't ship it. It's one of those weird pairings for me. While I understand that they do have good chemistry, they are friends. I actually don't know. Like I said with Marinette, Adrian doesn't seem to have that much interest in the same, like a same sex relationship. He definitely digs the ladies, and I definitely feel Luca is the same way. It could be argued that he actually might be bisexual. I'd like to see a plotline with that, but he definitely wouldn't go for Adrian. That'd be really hurtful towards Marinette and really hurtful towards he and Adrian's friendship and his friendship with Marinette. So even though I respect it and I don't ship it, I can kind of see where it would go. All right, next up we have Nathaniel and Alex. Even though I definitely I love Nathaniel and Mark. It is my favorite, one of my favorite gay ships on the show. I love it so much. I actually do respect Nathan and Alex and Nathan's like possible relationship, but I think the chemistry that they have together is much more friendship. I mean, I've said this in a previous video, I don't even remember when, but a guy and a girl can have good chemistry, and they can just be friends. And it is possible that Alex might like him, but I actually don't know if Alex would actually go with anyone. She seems really independent. I actually don't know if she'd even go for having a boyfriend. That doesn't really seem like her style. But who knows? Watch me eat my words and they become a couple in season 6. Alright, next up we have two couples with Gabriel. We have Natalie and Gabriel and Emily and Gabriel. I don't know anything about Emily because she's been basically dead for the whole thing, for most of the show. And Natalie, even though you've done turn around, I hate her relationship with Gabriel. It is so one-sided. Gabriel is such a bad guy. And I say the same with Emily. And even though like them being together would mean is the only way Adrian is around, we actually learned, as much as I don't like the Adrian is sentient magic theory, there would be no Adrian if these two gotten together. But I hate the way that Emily like knows how bad of a guy he is. Like she recorded a freaking video as she was dying for Natalie to keep Adrian away from her husband. So she knew that he was bad, but she still stayed with him, even though she knew he was bad. Now, it's possible he could have been different before he was bad. Like, before she died and they found the Miraculous, she was a lot different, and he could have been a lot nicer. But even so, I have no sympathy for Gabriel. Alright, next up, we have a few other ships that are getting into weird territory here. Next up, we have Master Fu and his lover. I actually can't remember her name, but I definitely like them. They're a very sweet couple. They only had a few scenes, but the whole episode with Backwater was really cool. I like we got to see some of their backstory, and so that is definitely a relationship that I definitely see as canon. And even I love how even after he loses his memories and he doesn't remember her, he sees her and he's like, oh, I don't know who you are, but somehow I just know you. All right, and then we're coming up to our last ship of the day. We have kind of another love square, but not really. We have We have Sabrina, we have Max and Kim, and then either Kim or Max with Alex. Now, I mentioned this earlier about Alex. I don't really think she would date anyone, but she definitely, if she was going to date anyone, I think maybe, I don't know if it would be Kim. He's probably too dumb for her. But I actually, there's actually a really good fanfic that I read. I'll leave it in the description down below if you guys want to read it, where Max and Sabrina actually go on a date, and it's so cute. So I'm gonna move that up. I like Max and Sabrina. I know some people ship him with Kim, but similar deal. I think he and Kim are just friends. He's definitely like the jock kind of bully with the nerdy sidekick, and those two are honestly just friends. That is my Miraculous tier list, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you want to guess what my favorite ship is. And have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!